Recap and review. Season 1, Episode 2 of Kell on Earth, a wild ride in fashion chaos. Welcome back to Kell on Earth, where fashion PR queen Kelly Cutrone runs her empire with a mix of ironclad nerves and zero BS attitude. Episode 2 doesn't hold back, throwing us deep into the hectic and often dramatic world of People's Revolution, a PR firm that keeps high fashion moving like a machine, even if it's on the verge of breakdown at every moment. Recap. Buckle up for the fashion freakout. This episode opens with Kelly's team prepping for a major Fashion Week show. As you can imagine, things immediately start to spiral. Let's not mince words, People's Revolution is not for the faint of heart. It's like a pressure cooker, and Kelly is the one turning the dial. We get to see her, not just as a boss, but as a warrior against the forces of chaos, and honey, chaos always finds her. In the middle of the preparation storm, Kelly discovers a major mess up. 800 invitations were never sent out. Yikes. The person responsible, a disorganized assistant who clearly forgot the golden rule of PR, don't screw up. Of course, Kelly doesn't handle it with gentle reprimands or coddling. She brings out her signature, "I don't have time for this," glare. A glare so sharp, it could cut through the tension in the office. Watching her get right to the point is both terrifying and strangely satisfying. Crisis of the week. One of their major clients, Chado Ralph Rucci, needs Kelly's help, and they've got a huge presentation coming up. Now, this wouldn't be Kell on Earth without a healthy dose of drama, so naturally, the collection is in a total state of panic. Models are missing, clothes are unfinished, and tempers are flaring. At this point, Kelly is the only thing standing between this runway show and an absolute fashion catastrophe. Enter the interns. Let's talk about the interns, aka the walking stress balls. Their job is to be Kelly's eyes and ears, and maybe punching bags. For everything happening behind the scenes. They run around like headless chickens, trying to get things in order, but their cluelessness is palpable. It's hard not to laugh and cringe as they fumble their way through high-stakes tasks, hoping not to end up on the receiving end of Kelly's wrath. Review. The drama is real, and so is the shadiness. Kelly Cutrone does not have time for feelings, and she certainly doesn't sugarcoat her words. But this episode proves why she's the queen of PR. No matter how big the mess, she gets the job done, even if that means stepping on a few necks along the way. Watching her verbally dismantle people with the precision of a seasoned pro is equal parts horrifying and glorious. She delivers shade like it's an Olympic sport, and honey, if there were medals for being brutally honest, she'd be dripping in gold. Gossip alert. The interns, bless their hearts, are at the core of this episode's comedy, but not in a good way. We see them trying, and failing, to navigate the intense world of fashion PR, and every mistake they make feels like another nail in the coffin. One intern, in particular, seems to be hanging by a thread after that whole invitation fiasco. Watching them scramble is like watching a car crash in slow motion. You want to look away, but it's impossible not to stare. Funny and shady AF. There's one scene where Kelly tells the staff to get their act together, and her delivery is so deadpan that it becomes unintentionally hilarious. When she says, "If you screw this up, I'll find someone who won't," you can almost hear the collective gulp of everyone in the room. Let's be real, Kelly's ability to cut people down to size with one sentence is an art form, and I am here for it. Who needs comedy when you've got Kelly's dry, savage takedowns? Office gossip. Meanwhile, the behind-the-scenes office gossip is alive and well. You get the sense that some of Kelly's employees don't just fear her, they're plotting escape routes in case the next disaster gets pinned on them. People are sniping behind each other's backs, and the tension is so thick, you could cut it with a designer knife. It's clear that if you want to survive in this world, you either toughen up or get out, fast. Fashionably unforgiving. The fashion world itself is portrayed as one of the most unforgiving industries, and this episode doesn't shy away from that reality. Kelly is juggling clients who expect nothing less than perfection, and the pressure trickles down to everyone below her. The chaos behind Fashion Week is on full display, and there's something darkly entertaining about seeing the glamorous facade crumble under the weight of last-minute disasters. The verdict: hectic, hilarious, and full of shade. Episode 2 of Kell on Earth is a whirlwind of stress, drama, and fabulousness, and it's the perfect mix of fashion is life, seriousness, and everything is falling apart comedy. Kelly remains the most iconic figure, a woman who doesn't suffer fools lightly. It's thrilling to watch her in action, barking orders and making it clear that in her world, you're either useful or disposable. For anyone who loves a good helping of shade with their drama, this episode delivers it in spades. Whether it's Kelly's unfiltered bluntness or the interns bumbling through their duties, there's always something to laugh, cringe, or gasp at. So, if you've ever wondered what it's like to work in fashion PR, spoiler, it's nothing like The Devil Wears Prada, it's worse. Kell on Earth gives you a front row seat to the madness. Just don't get too attached to anyone, because in Kelly Cutrone's world, no one is safe. Now, excuse me while I stock up on popcorn for the next episode. It's bound to be just as chaotic, shady, and ridiculously entertaining.